Okay, so one of the first things you are going to know about is the Gilded Age and robber barons. This is a time of corruption. Okay, big corruption with big business interfering with political things. So we're gonna look at this video, 3 minutes long.
The Gilded Age gave rise to industrial tycoons, also known as the robber barons. Men like John D. Rockefeller, Cornelius Vanderbilt, Andrew Carnegie, and J.P. Morgan all dominated the political and economic arenas of the era. The Industrial Revolution gave the robber barons the means and the opportunity to dominate their respective fields. The laissez-faire policy of the United States government at the time gave these industrial tycoons the opportunity to become captains of industry.
Okay, laissez-faire is the French term which means let be, which means that the government stays out of business and lets them do their own thing. But businesses are out to make money and they're going to take advantage of that.
J.P. Morgan was a major financial contributor to many of the monopolies created by the robber barons. His banks are still in existence today. Andrew Carnegie of U.S. Steel created a monopoly in which he controlled most of the steel industry during the Gilded Age. He later became known as one of the greatest philanthropists of the era.
A philanthropist is someone who donates a large amount of money to charities. Okay, a philanthropist is someone who donates a large amount of money to charities.
John D. Rockefeller would create a monopoly that would control 95% of the oil industry during the Gilded Age. Cornelius Vanderbilt would monopolize the railroad industry and revolutionize the way farmers and industry interacted with one another.
Okay, a trust. Remember, there's 3 levels of businesses. There's trust, and then the final level is a monopoly. A monopoly is when you have total control of industry, which means you can take advantage of the customers by setting really high prices. Okay, so we're talking about the Sherman Antitrust Act.
There was a tremendous public outcry to break up these giant monopolies. Smaller businesses were struggling to get a foothold in the industries of oil, steel, railroad, and banking. The government's response to this outcry was the Sherman Antitrust Act, which would eventually break up these giant monopolies into many companies that are still in existence today. For example, Exxon and Mobil.